Hi guys, I hope you're doing well. One question that people have asked is, how can we make these kinds of videos? You can create videos like this with any AI you want. There are a lot of AIs for making videos. But for the visuals, we can use some tools. I'll tell you the steps. First, you need to find a similar image from the internet. So you search for it, and actually there are plenty on Instagram too. The page you're looking at has posted a lot of them. This style. There are a lot of works in this style. We can download them or take screenshots. Then we take the photo and basically use it as a style and effect. So how exactly did I get this particular image from? I thoroughly searched for this specific image on the vast expanse of the internet, more precisely on Google. I extensively utilized the powerful Google image search functionality, as you can clearly see here. Because in this section you can easily take any image you like that you've just downloaded or taken a screenshot of and drop it into Google. For example, let's say you don't have any sample works at all, not even any specific samples. You can very easily save any photo you have in mind. For instance, save this photo. Then using Gemini AI, we can change its style. I sent this to Gemini. I said that I want you to create an effect and style like this and add some text next to it as well. But before that, before I wanted to add effects and all that, I sent this photo. I gave it a prompt. Where did I get this prompt from? I got the prompt from ChatGPT AI. Let's scroll up and I'll show you. I want to provide a series of images and I want its style and look to be like the image I give, but with some changes so it's not an exact copy, just some minor modifications. Can you give this prompt to it? It said, sure, it's possible to do exactly what you want. It just means that while keeping the lighting angle and the main composition of the image, only the style and details should change, so that it's not a copy. Here, it asked me a few questions. I said I want it for Nanohe Gemini. It said, okay, for Nanohe Gemini. The accuracy of the prompt is very important because it's very sensitive to the sentence structure, the order of descriptions, and the intensity of the words. What changes do you want? I said I want the architecture, I want the buildings model to change, and it gave me a prompt. I took that very same prompt and then gave it to Gemini along with the specific image I had previously downloaded from the internet. I gave it this particular prompt, and with this detailed prompt, it subsequently gave me a building design like this one, which, to be perfectly honest, really wasn't all that interesting at all. I truly didn't want it to change too much from the original concept, but please allow me to quickly close this star down here on the screen. Oh, whoa. So that the notification doesn't show up. But I created another page and gave another prompt to ChatGPT. I said I don't want it to change too much, and I want it to be 70% similar to the reference. It said, okay, I'll give you another prompt, and here it made it 70% similar. I gave this prompt to ChatGPT again. To the architectural section, and I said, design it like this for me. Here, further down, it gave me another kind of face here. I scrolled down and gave it the prompt that was emphasized to be 70% similar, and look, it made some changes. The overall structure didn't change much, but some modifications were made, and it created this image for me. Okay, I gave the same prompt to this other image as well, the one I had downloaded. This is what it gave me. In other words, I gave it this image. I have a sketch, or sometimes nothing at all, and I wanted to create something similar to something I liked. It made this one similar for me. I also gave this one the same prompt to this other image. I downloaded this one from Google and gave it the same parameters again. What it gave me is that it's really easy to generate an overall image from another image. There's no need to write a long prompt like saying what I want, what I want, what I want. You just give it an image and it gives you an image. These are my 3 images. Actually, I saved it, including the Jamne logo I mentioned to you earlier. Earlier, I showed you how to extract it with Photoshop. I took out this Jamne logo using Photoshop. Now, let me show you here one more time so you don't say I didn't explain it in the tutorial. In Photoshop, I select this part, right click, fill it, hit OK, then Ctrl+D, Ctrl+S. I easily remove the logo, and now I've given these images to Gemini. Let's go higher up. I asked, "Are you paying attention to this X? Are you noticing it?" He said, "Yes, I'm paying attention." I said, "Now I want it to have an effect like this," meaning I've already downloaded these images from my Instagram page. These few that you see, I said I want their style and effect to be like this. Take a look. It gave me this style and effect in just a few seconds. I can even, for example, say to sketch a part of this building, like make a certain percentage of it look like a sketch. It can do this too. I have an image and I want to do the same thing with this X as well. The result I wanted didn't turn out interesting. I said I want the effect and the style to be like this. Again, it didn't give me what I wanted. I said to make it look like a sketch, with the background and the style just like that. The result I told you about still didn't give me what I wanted, but then I got a prompt. Again, from ChatGPT. I said I want you to give me a prompt that has the style of this kind of work. I copied this parameter and gave it to the model, and it gave me something like this. Again, I gave it this. So I said, make it style like this and the trees and sketches like this. Again, I gave it the reference image. It gave me this, which was almost what I wanted, and then I gave it this as well. I said I want you to give this one a similar style too, a style like this. And I said convert 30% of the building's volume into a sketch. You see, it turned this back part into a bit of a sketch style. And this became my final output. Now I have the reference images. I actually saved them. I have one of these. Sorry, I have one of these. I keep having this one. I'll show you the previous one. One turned out like this and another one turned out like this. And another one turned out like this. Style 16 is also on my image. You need to make sure that for releasing this style, you do this crop precisely in Photoshop. From here, you can set it to 16:9 mode. Now I'm going to flip this so it's vertical. You definitely need to keep this ratio because we want to make an animation and create a proper reel. If you keep the ratio, all of these are in 3:4 ratio. The image you're seeing here, all of you, it's 3:4. Alright, the image is ready too. I created an image out of nothing. Now my image is ready. Now let's move on to Runway. Let's go to Runway. Let me show you from the very top. We give the image to Runway. If I click this here, it'll reload again. We give it the image and it writes a text like this. I can download it or I can make it 4K to upscale it, meaning it will become higher quality. Again, we gave it the next image. You can see its prompt up here. It gave us a similar video and the lower image as well, same thing. No special prompt is absolutely needed, and no special action is required whatsoever in any way at all. I'm downloading these. I gave it all exactly the same prompt. I'm downloading all of these so that in the end I can stitch them together and actually add music to them. You see this? These were actually the exact same videos. I specifically used this particular video as version A. I carefully selected this one. And then right here you can easily edit it. You can certainly edit it right here within the interface. You can say, for example, what changes should be made to this video. For instance, you can say the car should move. But of course, we need to make the prompt more precise and better. For example, here we can also give it a reference and specify which one should be our reference. For example, I'll just give it this same reference of itself. Here I write again that the car should move slowly from right to left direction. Just like this, meaning in fact, I give it the prompt and then I click generate and it creates it for me. Now, there are thousands of prompts and thousands of things we can actually use in our work. You have to test this yourself and go through some trial and error, but since I got this shared Runway account from the Decardo website, There are several different people actively using it at precisely the same time, so that's precisely why it is considered a shared account. So it's important to understand that. Let me show you, my Runway account is version 24.6, and in about 7 days, just a few more days, maybe 10 days, it will probably expire. It's a shared account and several people are using it at the same time. Right now, I can't generate this because someone else is generating a video at the same time as me, and that's what happens when it's shared. If 2 people generate at the same time, it means 2 generations are happening simultaneously, so the speed increases. I have to wait for this one to finish, meaning its output has to be completed and delivered as a product. Once it's done, it will become available for me. I can also immediately start this one, meaning this too can be used simultaneously with the shared account like this. Anyway, our animation is finished, our videos are done. Now, what can I do with all of them? I can actually bring them here, I can import them into Premiere, and add a very light music track to them. I hope this tutorial has been useful for you as well. Be sure to subscribe to the official AI New RGP channel, and also please subscribe to my personal YouTube channel. The direct link to my YouTube channel is actually provided within this video's description link. I consistently upload all of these valuable videos on YouTube, and the comprehensive AI training course is completely and absolutely free for everyone, so please make sure to watch it right from the very beginning. Be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel and start from this video. If you have no familiarity with AI at all, start with this video which explains when exactly you should consider getting a premium account. This is very important. When is the right time? Otherwise, you don't even have to buy a premium account. Just sit back and watch my videos. The videos. I use premium accounts and you can see the premium features. Watch, learn, and benefit from my experience. And then, if you decide, go ahead and buy an account. I've talked about ChatGPT, I've talked about Runway. This is a really cool video, you should definitely watch it. I've talked about Midjourney and again about ChatGPT. The guys are doing their exercises. They're actually doing the exercises and sending them to me, and you can see how cool the stuff they're making is. Honestly, the guys are doing a really great job. And moving forward in the rest of the videos, there are some really unique and awesome techniques that you can learn. Watch these tutorials. Get some really awesome results and share them in the end. Post them on Instagram and go really viral. Gain followers and get likes and make use of it. I hope this tutorial was useful and interesting for you. Until the next tutorial, goodbye for now.